So Shakespeare wrote, "All the world's a stage, and all men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts." You're playing many parts right now. You're standing on the world stage. But there are parts that you're playing that you don't really realize. You see, you think that the main role that you're playing is the conscious thought that you have of yourself. In truth, the main role that you're playing is the conscious thought that you have in your heart, your emotions. That's who you really are. Because your actions, your life, everything around you that is attracted to you comes based on the emotional output of a thought. Now, because we have this misperception that we're playing the main role of our mind, the mind is merely the understudy to the heart, to the emotions. So what does that mean? As an understudy, that means that the main player is out on the stage at all times when it's time for the show, when they're out in public, when things happen. The understudy learns all the parts. It learns all the words. It learns how the movements and how it goes from act to act. But the understudy rarely gets to step on the stage at showtime. But when it does, that's that moment where you are fully 100% yourself. That's when you achieve that one goal. But then if you allow the conscious mind, the understudy, to get back into its place, then what happens is you go back to where you were before. You see, in leadership we teach know thyself and seek self-improvement. But in order to know thyself, you must know that the main character, the main role player, is the one that's in your heart. The thought that is supported by your emotions is the main player on the stage of your life. The mind is the mind, the thoughts that your mind has. That's the understudy. But what you want to do is to merge the main character and the understudy so that there is no understudy. How do we do that? We do that by knowing exactly who you are and making a decisive decision as to who you're going to be, both in mind and heart. All right? Both in mind and heart must be in unification by you making a decision and then acting that out no matter what the situation. That's the other key. Regardless of the situations of your life, if you say that you're going to be healthy, then you cannot be deterred by anything in life, and you must remain a healthy person. You must act like a healthy person, speak like a healthy person, move like a healthy person, do the things that healthy people do. If you call yourself a great husband or a great wife, then you have to be that person at all times. Doesn't matter if finances are up or down, if your availability to go and do things are plentiful or not. You must still always maintain the role to which you say that you really believe that you are by making that conscious decision on a daily basis. You have to make a conscious decision on a daily basis to either increase your income, to not spend as much money as you make, to maintain a debt-free environment or a low-debt environment, depending upon what your goals are in life. And if you have a goal, then you have to be and act the rollout of the person who is always striving to move forward to obtain that goal. Because if you don't, then the understudy is sitting in the wings. The understudy is sitting in the wing while the real role player is out there, and you're not getting in life what you truly say that you believe that you want to have. Now think about it like this. I know you're going to go to church, and I know that life and death is in the tongue. But I'm telling you this. It is in the tongue, but where is the thought that the tongue is speaking? If the thought that the tongue is speaking is coming from your conscious mind, then it's the understudy speaking. But if the words that are being spoken is coming from your heart, coming from your emotion, they're supported by your emotion, supported by your passion, supported by your drive, then that is the true role player. And those are the things that come out. Have no doubt. That is what is written in the great wisdom. To have no doubt, and the mountain will be cast into the sea. But you cannot have doubt, and doubt is in your emotions. It's not in your mind. So I'm going to end it by saying this again. Are you projecting the understudy, or are you projecting the main role player? Are you going to make sure that the main role player is the only player and that there is no understudy, that who you are is in fullness and in truth? Because until you become a solid you in fullness and truth, and you make decisions consciously and subconsciously to be exactly the same person no matter where the thought comes from, then you will then know happiness and joy and fulfillment, and you can truly follow your passions. At that point, your greatness is non-negotiable.